Howdy, Redesert Boy here. Hey, well, I just wanted to kind of check in. Actually, appreciate some folks kind of check in on me sometimes. Say, is everything okay? I've been posting videos, just been a little bit busy, like a lot of you. Um, I think here we've had kind of a unorthodox winter. When we've got snow, we get like a foot or 10 inches at a time for a couple of days, and in December it stuck around more, and some of the other times when we had some snow. But it's been not as much snow up here in Montana this year. But about, I don't know, 8 or 10 days ago, we had like another 10 inches just kind of all at once. And then went right back to 80 degrees. So I've been out, riding my Harley trike and, stuff like that. So, along with that, with it being warmer, of course, I've been carrying things like this Sig Sauer P365 380, the Rainbow Titanium one. You see that that's no magazine, unloaded. Nice light carry, Uh, Sometimes I'll carry my, maybe my LCRX or something in 9mm. But that's been kind of a popular one. I've been going to the range because kind of getting ready for cowboy action time of year. And so, getting out there. And I like 45 Colts. I was trying out some of my loads and 45 ACP. And plus, I've got my 1897 shotgun. I don't know how many of you have seen those. Those are just scoot out and scoot back in here for a minute while we're having a chat. They're kind of real classic like. They go way back. This is actually a clone, but the 1897 was used as a riot gun. It was used as a trench gun. Was one of the early guns, right? And we'll show that this guy is actually unloaded. You can see that it's unloaded, and they're magazine fed. Holds I guess mine holds about 5 rounds, I think, and they're used in what they call wild bunch shooting for cowboy action, or they're used for cowboy action shooting. And I think there's one other, like an 1887 one, which I've been kind of looking at. Otherwise, people usually have double barrel shotguns, but these were very popular as riot guns and as, in trench warfare and things actually in World War One. And they're still a classic today. But that's kind of some of the stuff that I've been, been doing is just dealing with that. And when it goes back up to 80 degrees, today we got a beautiful day outside. So, I just, one of the things I think I may talk about coming up is I think I'd do a video on, maybe give you an example of, in fact, just to generate some conversation, I'll show you this picture here, right here. And I guess my question would be, is that enough? Or is that just a good start, for those that might be hobbyists and enthusiasts like myself, or enjoy shooting sports and firearms? I'm sure some people would say, well, you got quite a few lever actions there. You don't have as many ARs. I don't see lots of, um, you know, more modern 9mm and things like that. But this is just a question. Is that enough? Would that be enough for somebody? One of the shotguns in there, the the Scorpion, EVO 3S1 carbines in there for modern stuff. There's a full size 9mm Sig Sauer in there, and and then there's a old school, 7.5 inch Ruger Blackhawk. So, those combined with all those lever actions, and it's quite a variety of things. So, some people would say, hey, that's enough. If you added an AR, I'd be happy. Some people be like, no, I need to, I need to have a lot of different things, because I rotate it. Some people be like, hey, my Glock 19, and I got my, um, maybe they have also a more full size one, a Glock 17 or something like that. Maybe the new Gen 6 ones or the Gen 5, just depends on what you can get. Some states are different than others. Some of them might want some of the newer RXMs, like Ruger and Magpul did. It's just such a variety. Some people may say, "Man, I like my Shadow too." I know it's a huge handgun, but it shoots so well because that maybe they compete. Other people may say, "I'm just sticking to my J frame." I just want to stick to my J frame. That works for me. Simple, works all the time. Other people may have a favorite 686 Plus or a GP100 that they like to carry, or a Ruger LCR, for example. So there's just a variety of different ways to go. Um, so, it just depends on what your needs and purposes are. But I hope everybody out there is having a pretty good, springtime now that we're in springtime. And if you had a spring break, I hope it went well. And so I'll be posting some more of the lever action videos. And then I got something I explored that has to do with loading magazines and some things like that. So, Sri Desert Boy always says, be safe out there, whatever you're doing. Bye now.